The reenactment group gathered their gear and ventured toward the mysterious eyes of Fumeyoshi Lakes, riding northwest from Willow Shore with resolve, readiness, and a reckless amount of confidence. Reaching the right eye first, the group carefully surveyed the shoreline before Shin confidently announced, "I have diving lore today," and rode his horseshoe straight toward the water's edge. Yowai responded with her own mystical declaration, revealing, "Oh yeah, I have volcano lore today. It's from the Steward of Stone and Fire." While Tashi wisely maintained a watery distance, the conversation was cut short when 4 gigantic trapdoor spiders burst from hidden sandy doors, scuttling and swarming with sinister intent. The venomous arachnids attacked the adventurers and their steeds, creating a chaotic clash where the creatures seemed determined to poison, pursue, and prey upon the entire party. The battle against the brutal, burrowing beasts became a desperate and dangerous duel. Tashi, already developing a deep dislike for the creatures of the wild, muttered that Tashi is slowly becoming an animal hater on this adventure, while Shin questioned their fate, shouting, "This is how we die, next to a lake by a bunch of spiders." After struggling to land a decisive blow, Shen cried, "I swear to God I can make an attack," only to immediately prove himself wrong by delivering a critical strike that crushed one of the spiders. Yowai quickly chimed in with, "Maybe you should pray more." With fortune finally favoring the Guardians, the group defeated all 4 spiders and protected their precious horses. Shen then dove into the depths of the right eye and recovered the first pearl. Continuing their quest, the group traveled toward the left eye of Fumeyoshi, cautiously checking the shore before Shen entered the water once more. Beneath the surface, however, Shen encountered a terrifying figure, a ghostly woman with flowing black hair, wispy garments, and glowing red eyes, filled with murderous rage. Using his esoteric expertise, Shen identified the underwater apparition as a Shui Gui, a vengeful spirit seeking to complete the horrific process of Tishan by drowning victims and stealing their souls. The spirit attempted to drag Shen into the depths, but he managed to escape its grasp. Unfortunately, Yowai was not so lucky, as the Shui Gui seized her and pulled her beneath the water. Through teamwork, tactics, and the same rope and hatchet rescue method they used to save Hiru, Tashi and the group freed Yowai and battled the undead entity. Though defeated, the spirit refused to disappear, forcing the Guardians of Willow Shore to investigate its identity. Their combined knowledge revealed the Shui Gui was likely the lost soul of Sum Yun Kun, a former worker at the Cerulean Tea House. Shen returned to the lake, now feeling safer, and discovered both the second pearl and the skeletal remains of a kitsune male. The group realized the tragic truth. Sum Yun Kun's soul had become trapped as the Shui Gui, while her body somewhere in the hinterlands was being occupied by another soul. "That's real messed up," Shen remarked, while Tashi admitted, "This reinforces Tashi's fear of water." Determined to end the curse, Shen gathered the remains for proper burial, and the Guardians returned to Willow Shore. Back in town, the Guardians of Willow Shore presented the 2 pearls and the last will and testament of Qing Mai Lai to Luo Xiyang of Luo and Laws, hoping to claim ownership of the Cerulean Tea House. After explaining the situation and allowing Xiyang time to verify the damaged documents, the group learned they might soon become the new owners of the famous establishment. When asked what name should appear on the paperwork, Shen initially assumed he would be the sole owner, but the others quickly agreed they would share the responsibility. Together, they embraced the title given to them by old Mitsuki. We're not the heroes of Willowshore. There's only one with the name Hiru, so we are the guardians of Willowshore. Their next mission came from Chue Chung-hu of the South Bank Milling Houses, who asked the Guardians to help relocate the abandoned Desna shrine guarded by the Shikigami Kami Kohoshi. Through respectful discussion, divine dedication, and determined teamwork, the group convinced Kohoshi to allow the shrine's relocation. Tashi's strength, Shen's scholarship, and Yowai's religious knowledge ensured the shrine was safely moved to the Milling Houses. Shen returned the recovered bones to his mother, Elizeth Kandora, at the Lady of Souls Temple, where he explained the cursed cycle of the Shui Gui and the stolen body. Together, they concluded the only way to end the curse was to find the possessed body and destroy it, as the original soul could not simply return to its original vessel. After a well-earned rest, the Guardians began their next day's preparations. Tashi, still uncertain about his abilities, went hunting and fed from a squirrel before returning. Hiru, meanwhile, discovered a shocking crisis. Only 5 cats remained in his home instead of 6. He mounted his horse and searched Willowshore for his missing feline companion, while also hoping he would not accidentally attract even more cats into his collection. The Guardians then visited the Silvermist Lodges to check on Ugly Cute's disappearance. Sumika explained that she had investigated Sum Yun-kun and confirmed she was still missing, presumed dead. Unfortunately, all attempts to track Ugly Cute had failed due to storms, delays, and the monster invasion recovery. However, Yowai offered a new theory. Spidergate was not Ugly Cute's home, merely a posting point. Since the creature was formed from locally quarried stone, its true origin might lie where those materials came from, the gorge of fangs and teeth. Finally, the Guardians encountered the returning rhyming merchant Shinzo, who was distressed after a rider knocked over his cabbage cart while shouting, "Pisp, psp, come here, kitty!" The group eagerly questioned Shinzo, wondering how he traveled beyond the fog surrounding Willowshore. Shinzo simply explained, "All I do is walk forward and through the fog. I guess I must be a foggy walker." Unsatisfied but intrigued, the Guardians still requested supplies from the strange merchant, including striking runes and garlic bread, though Tashi remained suspicious of any promises involving bread. With pearls recovered, spirits uncovered, shrines relocated, mysteries mounting, and cats missing, the Guardians of Willowshore continued their courageous, chaotic, and completely unpredictable campaign to protect their beloved village.